was good with you? Back in black with another Call of Duty video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and improve your skill-based matchmaking. First thing I wanted to do was give a shout out to those of you who have critical thinking skills. Growing up, I have come to realize that generally speaking, thinking is more rare than I thought among the human population, particularly within the Call of Duty community. But some of us can actually see the forest through the trees, and we actually knew that we shouldn't buy this game, especially at full price, let alone pre-order it, and worst of all, buy the Vault Edition. Anybody with a brain, quite frankly, can see that this was not worth $70. The next shout out is for those of you who are playing the game without spending a single cent on it to do so. You guys are taking it a step further by going and still getting some, if any, enjoyment out of trying and playing this game. And enjoying the positive changes that Sledgehammer has made to the revision of a premium DLC into a premium title. So, way to stick it to Activision by getting what you want and not giving them what they want. I'm not going to go into methods, but I'm sure you guys have your ways to, do that and get into it. In my personal opinion, I have no problems with people who find alternate ways to get the game, because if they're going to charge, for a copy and paste job, $70 at that, then fuck them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything they changed from MW2 to MW3 had no reason to warrant a new title name, especially considering with this newfound information that they only had 16 months to put this game together. And everybody knows that typically new games, or new Call of Duty games anyways, get 3 years for each developer to make a new one. So they're constantly rushing Sledgehammer and putting them in horrible situations and then charging full price like this is going to be some type of breathtaking new experience with the game. So I hate when people do stuff like that, and that's typical corporation behavior, but we all know this. The biggest shout out goes to the YouTubers who can buy this game and write it off on their taxes, so they can actually stomach to purchase and play this game regardless of, maintaining a fence-sitter opinion that may or may not have to be upheld to stay within good graces of said corporation that actually makes or publishes said game, and also provides them with perks and gifts and trips and early access to further improve their own business, kind of like a partnership. Those are definitely the people who have it the smoothest, so shout out to you guys. I'm trying to be like you guys one day. Whichever one of those categories you fall into, let me know, man, but neither here nor there. The early reviews are in for this game, and you will see in a quick second here why I told you guys to evaluate your purchasing decisions. And it's not even necessarily, that I have too much to say, because you can read these reviews that I'm about to put on the screen yourself and, pause the video if you need to. A lot of these are from Metacritic, and then you can even see some of these on the front page of Google. None of this is necessarily positive, which is the main thing that I wanted to point out. And middle of the road is clearly what you will see at best. And anybody who watched that IGN campaign review could have seen this coming a mile away. I am actually very happy that IGN has recently gotten their act together. And back in the past, I would say even a couple of years ago, they used to literally glaze every game, especially Call of Duty, no matter how good or bad it actually was. So for them to recently come out and just like be spot on with these reviews and actually be in tune with the community, it's very impressive to me. And I don't know what happened before, but I'm just happy that they're actually doing the right thing again and giving some pretty solid reviews. And like I said, anybody who dares spend $70 on this game will come to the quick realization that they have indeed wasted $70 or $90 if you're so bold to even buy the Vault Edition again after that BS that they pulled with the MW2 release. And I am one of those victims, actually. But yeah, man, let's get into it. I've been watching the reviews. I hope you guys have been watching a lot of reviews as well. From the usual, Blame Truth, Nero Cinema, 8 Thoughts, those who might be considered negative Call of Duty YouTubers, but I, of course, had to watch the positive ones too. J God, Exclusive Ace, FaZe Jev, even Drifter, if you guys can remember that guy anyway. I know he used to make a lot of reviews back in the day. But basically, I do this to get a more rounded opinion from the larger spectrum of COD players, which this game has or this franchise rather has been out for 2 decades, so it is just basically me doing my due diligence. So I'd say, I've been playing myself, but these, like I said earlier, these bastards already scammed me out of $120, so I will be damned if I give them my money annually. This might be the second Call of Duty that I skip entirely, because I didn't play Vanguard either. It just seems that Sledgehammer always seems to get the short end of the stick when it comes to like getting these rushed dev cycles and having scrap together stuff from whatever. But what I do know is that I didn't play Vanguard due to it being a hodgepodge modern day Marvel TV show set in World War II. So what is it that deters me this time around, considering that they're going with the Modern Warfare, theme, for lack of better words? Well, first and foremost, it's got to be the skill-based matchmaking, man. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm tired of getting beat over the head with this all the time. And I cannot confirm this, but I think it would be an accurate analysis to say that it has been cranked up successively every year, particularly around the beginning of a new COD cycle. And, long story short, it basically ruins the experience for anybody who is already good at the game or who has cultivated a lot of skill that has been gained over experience. And the way they ruin that is by forcing you to play against similarly, if not betterly, skilled opponents, which basically makes it so that you cannot reap the benefits of anything, or not anything, of any skill that you have gained over time. Basically shitting on hardcore fans or players, that have been, cultivating that skill and getting good at the game. Because back in the day, it was pretty loose with the skill-based matchmaking. You could find maybe one or two people who were good at the game on each team. It was more so about team balancing. Nowadays, it's like, especially if you're a solo player, you will get in the game, you will be the only good person on your team. You might get one decent teammate, and then everybody else you're going to have to backpack. Meanwhile, the other team will have two or three players that are like just as good as you, if not better. So kind of ruins the experience for anybody who is a hardcore fan and anybody who does not have a full party of friends to play with all the time, which that is diminishing at a great value, especially if you have been playing this game for over 10 years, myself included. Let me know how you feel about that down in the comment section. But yeah, basically skill-based matchmaking, I know it makes them more money because it kind of steers people towards buying microtransactions, and I know that's kind of the whole like model that they're going for nowadays. But at a certain point, you kind of denigrate the player base, which is obviously shown on the Steam charts. So yeah, man, I don't know. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. I know money is the name of the game at the end of the day, but you also kind of need players to give you money. So if you're driving people who love your game away, it doesn't really make sense. Even though this game is kind of based around the casual fan, I still think this game has a bunch of hardcore fans that would be willing to put money into the game too, even more money, if you would actually cater to them. But hey, what do I know? The funny thing about Call of Duty is that they want to be Fortnite so bad, but at the same time they don't want to be a free-to-play game, and they want to release annually. So the contradiction there when you're pushing all these skins is just like crazy to me, and people will still like feed into that and constantly give them $20, $25, $30 for like whatever skin they put in the game, and you can't even see the skin. It's a first person shooter, bro. Like if they were going crazy on like the gun skins and like getting super creative with that, I would understand. But like, yeah, man, just like think about it for a second. That's what I'm just trying to encourage you guys to do. But to add insult to injury, not only is the skill-based matchmaking, ramped up, they also have this new armory system that, locks normal weapons and equipment behind challenges and wins, like, Simtex, the new assault rifles, whatever the case may be. It's kind of counterintuitive to skill-based matchmaking, because if that's going to make it harder to win, generally speaking, especially if you're good at the game, it's like the only way you're gonna actually get to unlock all the stuff is if you play for an immense amount of time, which most people don't have to do unless you actually do this for a living, which most people do not. They just kind of come home and play, every now and then for like a couple of hours, then they gotta go to sleep and go to work the next day. So I don't know, I think it's kind of counterintuitive to lock stuff behind wins and challenges like that is normally integrated into the game, and you just have to rank up to get normally. So that's my take on that. Those two things do not go hand in hand. Not only that, they have perks in the game, fundamental perks that literally do not work. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention on Twitter and Reddit, but like there have been reports of Black Jacket slash EOD literally not working. So you will be running around just getting hit by grenade spam, thinking you would have protection against that because you have an entire perk equipped for it, or a vest I should say, because you know how they change the perks up. But yeah, man, that's literally not working. There's still reports of Ghost not working. So all that being said, this game is a buggy mess just like Vanguard was. So again, it just shows that Sledgehammer is kind of getting the short end of the stick here, and they're trying to convince you that this game is worth $70 or $90 or whatever the case may be. And it's not. It's quite frankly not. I don't know how you guys can justify this. Maybe on sale, but not right now. So yeah, man, if you do a little bit of research without spending any of your own hard-earned money, it is clear to see that there is no justification in the marketing of this game as a brand new entry into the franchise. And yeah, it's the same old song and story. Make something big, deliver something that is unfinished and rushed, and quite frankly, I hate this shit, if I'm being real with y'all, mostly because Call of Duty is my favorite gaming franchise, and it's not even that they only do it to Call of Duty, they do it all over the place, but I can't even compel myself to want to spend money on this game anymore. And this is really just me standing on business, you know, shout out to Drewski, anybody else who like didn't buy this game. I want to applaud you as well for also standing on business, because the only way we're ever going to get any change is if we talk with our money, you know, talk with our wallets. And that's all these stupid executives will listen to, is if they have bad sales. So yeah, I just want to say shout out to you if you did not buy the game and you actually did some research and waited for reviews and, you know, did all the diligent stuff that a consumer is supposed to do before they spend money on a product. You know, pat yourself on the back, your wallet will thank you, and I'm sure you will thank yourself for not wasting money on this piece of crap, at least not until it's like a fully fleshed out game or something, I don't know, but definitely not right now. Neither here nor there. Do appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to aim for that like button, shoot that subscribe button as well. Help you find better teammates, improve your skill-based matchmaking, and yeah, black guy out.